Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, people of the YouTube. Hi. Hope you are well today. Today I'd like to talk about, well, kind of a follow-up video really to my what guitar should I buy video. Because somebody left a comment saying, it's a very good comment as well. Somebody said, like, you know, the advice I gave was really kind of good advice for people who can play, but for total beginners, going to a local guitar shop and playing everything is kind of daunting, and it is. I mean, and I didn't touch upon it in the last video, so I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna rectify that. So this is aimed solely at beginners and people who wanna learn to play guitar. So yeah, it's a very really good point, because I remember when I first went to buy my first guitar, there was a guy in the corner playing on the house amp, which on a Les Paul, and he was playing Master of Puppets, and he was playing that kind of middle section that goes whatever it is, and he was playing that, and I was like, oh, I just had to walk up there, hear him playing that, and go, right, I'm not playing anything. So it is very intimidating. I understand that, and it's a funny thing. But okay, so what would my advice be to beginners? Well, there's kind of two kinds of beginners really. There's beginners who can kind of play a bit, and then there's beginners who can't play anything at all. So my advice to both of them would be to, as I say, if you know what guitar you're after, go straight to that section. If you don't know what guitar you're after, go for kind of what your hero plays. So it's like Slash, Les Pauls. If it's Jimi Hendrix, go for Strats. If it's Bruce Springsteen, go for Telecasters. You know, or whatever. If it's acoustics, go to acoustics. That's kind of like the first thing, and also the second thing is take somebody else with you. Do not ever go alone to buy a guitar, especially if you're a beginner. If you can play, that's fine, but if you're not, take people with you. Take somebody who can play with you, and somebody who can notice kind of like certain things about guitar, who might know, like, oh, the setup's a bit dodgy, or, you know, it's a really good guitar but the strings are too high, or the truss rod's not set up right. You know, just certain things about the guitar that might need sorting out before you kind of, like, you know, sit down and have fun with it. So that's really important. Is always take somebody who kind of like has experience in it in the first place. And if you don't know somebody, then ask the people in the shop, but always be aware that they work in the shop. So they, at the end of the day, might be biased towards certain things to just try and make you buy it. So just be aware of that, and just kind of like, yeah, it's very daunting, all this. It is very daunting. So it's really important to you know, find somebody to go with you and just kind of like, you know, kind of fight your corner, so to say, really, because there is quite a lot of shops who will try and fob you off with a guitar pack that you won't enjoy and you will give up because it's just not what you want. So so yeah, just be aware of that. But see if you can take somebody with you that knows about guitars, and just basically go to the section of a guitar that kind of like catches your eye, so to say, and the guitar you want will literally go woo like that. It really will. It'll literally jump out of you in the face and go, buy me! It really will, because that's the way kind of guitars work. They're funny things, and they will kind of, you'll just see it and go, wow, and that is it. And if it doesn't play well, it can be made to play well. If it, you know, if there's certain things wrong with it, they can be altered. You know, the thing about an electric guitar, no matter what model or style, that everything's so customizable to you. So always bear that in mind. Just because you see a guitar and go, oh my god, I've got to have it, and then you pick it up and the action's dead high, and you're like, oh, I can't press the strings down. That can be solved. It really can. Everything can be solved. If the action's too high, or strings feel like telephone wires, all this can be solved. And so go for that guitar that screams in your face, I'm the one, basically. So so yeah, I mean, kind of, say, just to recap so far, is like, take somebody with you, if you know, if possible, really. I mean, that is really important, I reckon, to take people with you, especially people who can kind of help out, and if you don't feel like playing, they can play the guitar for an amplifier. I mean, playing a guitar for an amplifier isn't necessarily the be all and end all. If your guitar sounds quite loud and kind of good just acoustically like this, it's a sign it's a pretty good guitar. So you know, if it sounds good acoustic, it's going to sound amazing for an amp. So that's another thing to kind of bear in mind. But so yeah, take somebody with you who knows. If not, ask people in the shop. But I say, do be aware they are out there. It's their shop. They will try and maybe fob you off with something you may not want. So stick true to what you want, not what they tell you should have. Another thing, kind of in the whole thing of buying guitars is, it might take you a long time to find the guitar. It might take you 5 minutes, it might take you 5 hours. Take your time. It's very important to take your time, don't rush. Find the guitar for you. If you're there all day, you're there all day. If you don't buy it that day because you didn't find it, go somewhere else. Seriously, there's so many guitars out there. Going into one shop, you might not find it there. That's, you don't. If you've got like 3 guitar shops in your town, you're lucky, because I don't have any around here. Anyway, back to my point. If you've got 3 guitar shops in your town, go to the first one. If it's not there, go to the second one. If it's not there, go to the third one. If it's not there, you might have to go a bit further afield. But take your time. Don't rush it. You know, if you want a guitar that day, don't just settle. You know, have patience, because, you know, in the long run, it will be a lot more worth it than just going, oh well, it's not here, but I'll go for that anyway, just because I want a guitar. It's like, no, you don't want to do that. You just want to find that one that sticks out and goes, hi. You know, so take your time. If they kick you out of the shop, they're a rubbish shop. To time wasting. If they kick you out for time wasting, they're a rubbish shop, because that's not fair. You should be allowed to sit in there all day if you have to, play every guitar under the sun. That's what they're there for. They're not there to kind of go, right, you've had your half an hour now, get out. You know, that's not fair. So take your time, and if they do that, just say, well, fine, I won't be coming back there. So yeah, you know, that's kind of like my little kind of my advice really is to for if you're a beginner and you want to kind of get into playing guitar, or you want to buy your first guitar, is like, you know, just take somebody with you and just get a feel for the guitar. You know, just sit down with it and you don't have to play it. If it feels good, it's right. And if it's the style you want, then it's right. If it's not the style you want, look somewhere else. You know, look in a different section of that shop, or look in a different shop. And I say, just be patient. It will, you know, you will find a guitar that works for you. Don't kind of like I say, don't rush into buying a guitar just because it's there. You know, well, I want this one, but that's there, so I'll buy that because it's convenient. No, you don't want that. You want a guitar that you're going to look at every morning and go, I have to play that. I have to play that now before I even do anything, and that's what you want. So, so yeah, that's kind of it, really. I mean, I don't really know what else to say, really, but that's kind of my little 2 cents, so to say, on the whole kind of beginner buying guitar thing. And if you're near where I live, give me a call. I'll come and help you. Look at that cheesy smile. Anyway, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's kind of like, cleared up some of the things I maybe didn't talk about in the first video. And I will see you again on the motto, or maybe later on today, depending if I get around to another video. I don't know yet. We will see. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this vid, and I will see you again tomorrow. Goodbye now.